Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with me, Kemzit. We shall be resuming our adventure and go to see Lord Hans because our quest seems to be done already. Let's just first quickly take on our armor here, there. There we are. Now, let's go see Lord Hans, sorry.
Yeah.
We should see what we can do. I mean, on the other hand, we have already done greatly. We might be able to finish Lord Hans's quest chain in this episode, who knows? But hopefully we can help Lord Hans to reunite with his darling. Let's just go. I really want to also try to win the tourney one day, but oh, hey. Gotta be with you as well, Lord Hans. Don't go down to the fucking wenches. Hans Capon.
Greetings. I delivered the things as you asked.
I already know. My spies told me everything. She was wearing the necklace this morning, as I asked in the letter.
So you'll go to the rendezvous with her?
Certainly not. I'm not going to pounce on her like a bull in rutting season. Her feelings must be allowed to mature gradually. Meanwhile, you'll get a potion for me.
I thought you didn't believe in witches' brews.
This is no witch's brew. It's an absolutely tried and tested elixir called Musk of Infinite Allure. There's a fellow in Sassau who sells it and he guarantees its success.
Musk of Infinite Allure? Sounds irresistible. Alright, I'll try and get it for you.
I'm sure I can rely on you. Here's some coin for your costs. See you later.
Right. Right, let's go. Here we are. Let's go in down below here. Now here we are. Let's see if we can get that fucking Musk of Infinite Allure. So, yeah. Wait, what the? Oh yeah, we're nearly there. I'm impatient. Sorry, guys. We're nearly here. Whoop. Hey, shoot! Oh, bless me. And holy shit, do we have to get it from him? Wow, this is a fucking...
Well, who have we here?
Ah, the prodigal son returns. I knew you'd come back to me one day.
Let me guess, you saw it in a dream?
I knew you were going to say that.
But I had a divine revelation. But next time I won't be around to pull you out of the shit.
Oh, well, I am sorry. But these things are sent to try our fortitude in the face of adversity.
I'd like to try your fortitude.
Hmm.
I've heard you know of some irresistibility potion or whatever it is.
Ah, naturally, Musk of Infinite Allure. An age-old recipe, maybe even older. Tested by Moses himself.
Moses?
How do you think he managed to get his people to follow him through the desert for 40 years? It's extremely potent.
Yeah, so it would seem. How much do you want for it?
Who do you take me for? The wisdom of the ancients isn't something that's bought and sold in the marketplace. Did Jesus charge for his miracles? But since you ask, how about this much?
Wow, fine here.
That's not much.
Really? All right.
What? Why? You... Oh, why do I...
If you'd like, I can mix the elixir for you in exchange for a small favor.
Oh, not again.
Now, is that any tone to use with your master? For shame.
Apologies, Master. I was carried away by my thirst for knowledge.
I understand your impatience, but the way to wisdom is narrow and arduous.
And leads out the window. So what is it you want from me now?
Ah, my dear apprentice, everything's gone to the devil. I'm living from hand to mouth, sleeping on straw, and the local peasants won't buy from me. They say they don't trust me, as if I were some kind of charlatan. Can you believe it? Does this look to you like the face of a swindler? I'm an honest trader in sacred goods, whose only concern is the welfare of troubled souls.
A regular good Samaritan.
Anytime now the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sasau. I should leave before things get worse. But I can't go anywhere until I've made a bit of coin. So what's needed is to give the locals a bit of encouragement, to open their hearts and purses.
I'm not going to go around beating people for you.
What do you take me for? I wouldn't hurt a fly. Violence is for the dull-witted. We must gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my remedies. For example, to ward off a revenant.
Revenant? What revenant?
The dead, returned from the grave. A corpse that the soul is unable to depart from, which wanders among the living, filled with rage at its wretched fate.
Yeah, I saw something like that once. But it was just some drunk going home from the tavern after losing all his money at dice.
Don't make light of such things. Now tell me, do you know how to deal with a revenant?
Garlic and a crucifix should be enough, right?
Those are things everyone should have, to repel malign spirits and other evils. You are my trained apprentice, but the ignorant villager is entirely at a loss how to deal with such dark forces. It is our sacred duty to prepare them for such threats.
And how do you propose to do that?
Well, they're all doubting Thomases. They need proof. We'll need a grave, an empty grave that we can use. There's one along the way to Sasau, but it's got one minor shortcoming.
What's that?
Well, it's not entirely empty.
Not entirely? What does that mean?
You have to dig it up first.
Why this particular grave?
The locals don't like to talk about it, so it's surely got some sinister past behind it. And in places like that, revenants sprout up like mushrooms after rain.
Well, if that's how it is, we could open old wounds. That could easily set people against us. Again.
Then it would be best if no one could connect us to it, wouldn't it?
But that's a sin.
Refusing to help the needy is also a sin. I haven't had a decent meal for 40 days and 40 nights.
My conscience is clear where your stomach is concerned. Disturbing a grave is a grave sin.
Grave is not in hallowed ground, so That's hardly worth one lord's prayer in penance. I asked a priest once, just out of curiosity.
Ugh.
I'll need a spade then.
Yes, dig it up and remove the remains, leaving no trace.
And what am I to do with the remains?
Keep them. Human remains are always handy to have around.
Right. And how do we spread the word of this revenant?
There's a gossip in every village. Here too, a woman who'll spread news quicker than a dozen messengers on the fastest steeds.
And what am I to tell this gossip?
All you have to do is casually mention the empty grave, and before evening, I'll wager the whole village will know about it.
Where does this woman live?
The last house on the left, on the road to Sasa. She was the first person I met here, and by the time I reached the village green, I already had a mob looking suspiciously at me. The rumor-mongering fishwife.
That's all?
Not quite. You should ask her who was buried there. So we've got a story to work with.
So, dig up the grave, talk to the gossip.
And the remains. Don't forget to remove them. Otherwise, no one will believe in the Revenant.
I might have known any task for Capon would turn into some insane escapade. Grave robbing. Jesus.
What the fuck? Things just get crazier and crazier. What the fuck is wrong with people in these days? Literally, if this is how people just made their money or a living, then what the fuck? He just literally speaks out of his neck. The fuck? Utterly bullshit. And what's this? Oh wait, that's some tombs bullshit. Well, let's go. Well, whatever. Nasty bugger. See? Fucking... Oh yeah, this is really useful, this fucking skeleton. Thorax. Manus. Femur. Humerus. Okay, and cranium. Anything else? Wow. Fucking retarded this. Talk to the local gossip. Okay. Gossiper, not gossip. This is just a gossiper. Gossip woman. Fucking fishwife.
Yeah.
There we go. She's here. Gossip.
God be with you, good wife. Has something happened here?
Heavens no. It's quiet here, unlike some other places.
And what about that empty grave?
What empty grave would that be now?
The one beyond the village, alongside the road to Sasau. Just by the river, on the Pine Headland.
How would you know it's empty, unless it was dug up?
Oh, it's dug up, all right. Freshly. And empty. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Lord in heaven, what in the name of...
How come it's not in hallowed ground, anyway? Only unrepentant sinners are buried like that. Usually.
I don't like to say. It's an old wound that's best forgotten.
Whose grave is it?
Well, once a long time ago there was a young charcoal burner living here with his wife. There was always a lot of charcoal burners here, but this fellow worked alone. That's not an easy job for one man.
No one wanted to work with him, or what?
Ah, he was a hard-headed fellow who always wanted to take care of his family himself.
I can understand that. It's always better to work for yourself than break your back for someone else.
His wife was expecting, though no one knew it yet. He wasn't doing well at all. Soon enough, they had nothing to eat. And so he took to thieving.
Well, thieving is wrong.
Aye, but when there's a child on the way and your wife hasn't the strength to get out of bed for the hunger, well, you ought to think differently.
And did he get caught?
Well, at first it was just a few eggs going missing from people's hen coops. But then it was anything that wasn't nailed down. And in the end, they caught him.
And I suppose he was harshly punished for it.
Even then, he didn't let on why he was doing it. They whipped the skin off his back and banished him from Levichko.
So justice was done then?
It wasn't enough for some folk. When the butcher found out he'd never get any compensation, he wanted them to chop off the charcoal burner's hands. If the bailiff hadn't talked sense into him, he'd have done it himself with his cleaver.
Well, he got off lightly enough then.
And in the end, he got what was coming to him, and more.
The butcher caught up with him.
No, no. It was the mills of God turning slowly but surely. His wife bled to death in childbirth, and the child died with her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But at least he knew they were gone to a better place.
True, lad.
Nothing could have been done to save them.
There was no one there. He had no one who would care for his wife. They say on that day, he parted ways with God forever. And he turned his back on the village too. I reckon he never forgave himself. Nor us, either.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways. But how did he end up?
Don't ask me that, lad. I beg you.
Come now, good wife. You can't leave the story unfinished.
I said no. Will you let it lie?
I hear some weird sounds here. What the fuck? So you just basically found... Oh. He's just basically howling while he's also holding a fucking bone, I don't know.
Glad to see you.
I know who was buried in that grave.
So begins the tragic tale of the young charcoal burner who became entangled with the devil himself.
Oh, don't start. What devil? I'm trying to tell you. Ugh. He was from Ledechko. He was trying to eke out a living for himself and his wife, but he couldn't manage. When she fell pregnant, he took to stealing.
Pride drove him from the straight and narrow path, and soon he sold his soul to the devil to fill his stomach.
They caught him and punished him, but some of the people he'd robbed didn't think it was enough. Then when his wife died in childbirth, and the child too, he blamed everyone for it. Even God, apparently.
But when the time came to pay his debt to hell, the devil had no use for his soul, and took his wife and child instead. The charcoal burner cursed God, who struck him down in righteous vengeance. But the dead man's soul never left his body. He came back as a revenant to vent his rage at God and men and take vengeance on the living.
Jesus, did you listen to what I said at all?
Sorry, did you say something?
Oh, never mind. What do you want me to do with it?
The question is, what would the revenant do to get revenge on the villagers? Well, apprentice?
Hmm.
He cursed God. That's very serious.
What is it that most brings God to mind?
They don't have a church there. But everyone will have a rosary. I can't think of anything else.
That's it! If folks start losing their rosaries, they'll have sleepless nights over it.
You want me to steal rosaries? But that's...
Or just exchange them.
for what?
For nothing.
Great. He was stealing food from people, right? So, supposing he started again.
We should steal from people? Disgraceful. Have you no shame?
Maybe just a few eggs from hen coops, like the gossip mentioned.
Well, that wouldn't be too serious a sin. Will they put it down to the revenant?
They would, if I put some charcoal there instead.
And their nourishment he turned into ash.
The gossip mentioned the butcher. It seems he was infuriated that the charcoal burner's punishment was too lenient.
And the revenant spoiled their meat with his malign touch.
How's that?
Spoiled meat is a classic example of a revenant's power.
I thought it was the work of bad butchers.
That too.
Yeah, wow.
So, I should switch the good meat for bad at the butcher's. What about the butcher woman?
What about her?
Well, her conscience is still troubled on account of her man, and she feels haunted. This won't help her much.
What's that got to do with you?
Well, I want to help her.
All right. If you can find some other solution, you don't have to switch the meat. But I wouldn't worry about her. But make sure it's the same kind of meat. Not even a revenant will turn a cow into a chicken.
What about his wife and child? No doubt he'd want to avenge their death.
Well, how did they die?
In childbirth.
And when his love turned to rage, the water turned to blood. Nothing too original. But it's tried and tested. If you do it at the baths, everyone will hear of it.
How am I supposed to do that? It might be a bit suspicious if I'm seen walking around with a pail of blood.
No problem. There's a certain potion that will do the trick easily. So, switch eggs for charcoal, switch the meat, color the water in the baths, and switch the rosaries. That ought to do it. I hope so. Of course, if you come up with anything else, don't let me hold you back. Talking to people might give you ideas. Traders, the bailiff.
What if someone sees me in the act?
They mustn't. Otherwise, it'll end up like Sasau all over again. Don't draw attention to yourself, or they'll put two and two together.
Sure. I'll keep my head down. And how will I know if I've succeeded? I doubt it'll be announced on the market square.
I'll be the first to know. They'll come running to me for a remedy, like hens at feeding time. Off you go and raise hell.
Right. I'll get to it then.
Take care.
Okay, what do I first do? Let's just first start with the meat dude here. Oh yeah, here's the good wife. I need to speak with her anyway.
Apothecary, and he reckons that ghost of yours is quite a problem.
You think I don't know that? Last night, I didn't get a wink of sleep. I lay in my bed, tossing and turning, just waiting for him to...
And did he come?
For a long while, it seemed like nothing would happen. Then, towards the morning, the room grew cold as the grave. My poor heart nearly stopped beating when I heard a voice calling my name. So I fell to my knees and begged the Virgin Mary to protect. When will this all end? You must work quickly. If this goes on much longer, I'll lose my mind. I know I will.
To get rid of him, we need to cast a spell over the grave of the person who's preventing him resting in peace. I'm not sure who that person is, though. You You haven't already picked out a gravesite for yourself, have you?
No. Henry, the truth is, I haven't told you the whole story. I'm not the one he's got unfinished business with.
Well, who is it then? I suggest you tell me everything.
Alois had a wife. Her name was Lada, and she was a proper shrew, shrieking at him from sunrise to sunset. He never spent a single pleasant day with her. They must have fought like dogs. One night, Lada took a lantern and burned the whole farmhouse down with Alois inside.
That sounds awful. No wonder Alois can't rest easy.
When Alois died, Lada lost her mind. She spent days running about the woods near Talmberg, completely witless, until one day they found her body deep in the woods. Her hair was all pulled out, her face scratched up with her own fingernails. They buried her there, where they found her, but I don't know exactly where to look.
I'll ask around. For the spell, I'll need something from the house where the spirit once lived. Where exactly did Alois live?
It's north of here, to the left of the road from Ledechko. But there's not much left of it these days except ash and weeds. The farm was burned to the ground with Alois inside.
Oh, it must have been a terrible death. I don't need to know anything else.
Right, let's go then. What should we do here then? Replace the butcher's fresh meat with rotten meat. How do I fucking do this?
God preserve.
Meat. Could steal it. Right, let's just go then. Might want to check Restless Spirit. It's north of here anyway, so...
Yeah.
Ah, there it is.
Everything burned to the ground. So where can I find something that belonged to the dead? I'll take some of these pieces of charred wood. That should do.
Of course it should. What next? Find something. Okay. Find the grave of Liza. The herb woman. She should be around the north of here. This said. Maybe the local charcoal burners know something about it. Where are they? Oh, maybe here the local herb woman might know something. Well, herb woman person. Yeah, it's not a woman even here. Oh, there is. Let's speak with her.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good God, what happened?
Oh, shut up. Oh, fuck, she doesn't know anything. May the Lord watch over you. Shut up. She sounds like Smeagol. Fucking pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. Apparently we've passed the camp.
What are you doing? Tired of life?
For fuck's sake, it's just a fucking damn dude here.
Raise the alarm! Guard! Get over here! So, the answer to my...
Piece of shit. Whatever. Our strength has increased to level 20! Clinch Master. Yeah, we should overpower him because we have been quite strong lately as well. So we are now even more overpowering. But still, this doesn't mean we have found the fucking grave of that lady. Where should I be asking that then? Restless spirit of the wicked. Oh no, restless spirit. Find the grave Aloisa, wife of Lada. I think I should be then trying to search it around here, maybe. Merhoyed. I mean, they found it north of here, they said. Maybe the local charcoal burners here know something. Here, map. That's it. Let's just try and ask it. I mean, we've already beaten up these bandits here, so we should be fine, right? Woodcutter, woodcutter. Ah, come on. Woodcutter. No. Shit! What the hell? With whom do I ask then? Maybe the local people, I guess, in fucking Ledachko? Let's go then. No other choice. I don't know. What the hell? Let's see. Fearless Felix.
I hear there's a grave in the woods round here. Do you know how I can find it?
You mean where they buried that mad woman? They say on some nights her ghost wanders the woods. But you'll find the grave when you head up to the woods and keep some way off to the right from the stream. It's hard enough to see in daylight. If it's dark, you're sure to get lost.
Thanks. I'm sure I'll find it.
If I were you, I wouldn't go looking for it. It's not a good place.
Well, I mean, I have to, my friend, sadly. Find Lada's grave. Well, let's go. Here it is then.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Should be able to find it, right? Should be here, right? Lara.
This must be it. May she rest in peace, Lord.
Oh, we can go back to Apothecary. Well, we've done our few quests here. Let's return to the village in Ledachko, do the other quests in the meantime, till it reaches night, and then we'll be on our merry way with this rest of the quests. I mean, the lady is gonna get insane either. Check in the Charland for some time, find out how frightened villages are. B. The coloring of the baths.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, the baths are here, right? Yeah, why do we... Fucking hell. How do I color the baths?
What's that? Why are you here? Bugger off.
How do I color the waters? Quest log. No rest. Replace the potion. Color the waters. Brew the potion to wow, do I even have to brew it? Oh, for fuck's sake. For goodness. Well, I'll do that later then. You place eggs in steel rosaries. I need to have some charcoal then. I'm gonna save here then, no other choice. I need to steal, and that's hard. There. Nice. That's one. That's two.
What the?
There. Number 3. 2 more to go and I'll be done. From whom shall we steal? There should be some people here going around.
Who's there? Answer me.
Your mom. There. That's number 4. There should be somewhere a farmer which whom I can steal from. And that's where there's a dog that's just whining. Stop. There we go. Nice! Stealth and all increase as well. 5 rosaries done. Meaning I should be able to give them to this dude. There's someone there. Shut up. Here.
Good day.
What's the recipe for that potion?
You mean for coloring?
Well,
Pay close attention now.
I'm all ears.
How love turned to blood. Once there was a knight who, though upright and noble looking, had a prickly, unapproachable appearance. He fell in love with a fragile young maid, whom he saw with her sisters in a field, all wearing bright red wimples. But he was afraid his prickly exterior would frighten her. So he asked the advice of another knight, a pious and learned crusader, who carried the name of the patron saint of his order with pride. The pious knight told him he would arrange a rendezvous with the maid. All three would drink wine together by the river, and he would help his friend to get acquainted with her. This they did, but the maid fell in love instead with the pious knight. The stern knight was enraged and challenged his rival to a duel. The two fought long and fiercely, but they were equally matched, and so, in the end, they both fell mortally wounded, anguished at the tragedy her beauty had caused. The young maid took a dagger from one of the knights and plunged it into her own heart. Their bodies lay together on the ground, and the blood flowed from them into the river, turning the waters crimson.
I thought you were going to tell me the recipe, not some fable.
It is the recipe. I mean, the recipe is concealed in the story.
What on earth for?
So I don't forget it.
All right. So what does it mean?
I can't remember.
Great. So if you don't know, who does?
You'll figure it out, my loyal apprentice. I remember there are 3 plants in the story. That's about all. But I know it was a simple recipe. It should be enough to grind the ingredients and brew them together for one turn. So, all you have to do is work out what the ingredients are from the story.
Sure. Why make things simple if you can complicate them?
I still don't know what the fuck it is.
About that recipe.
Yes,
Yes, I need it right away.
I understand. I'm sure...
I won't be drinking it, fortunately.
Well, that's done.
So, how am I doing so?
Well, someone asked me how to deal with a revenant, but no one is worried enough to part with any. Half the village is without rosaries. Someone even wanted to buy one from me.
And did you sell it?
I don't trade in such banal goods. But I sold him a cat's paw.
I didn't know a cat's paw was good for warding off revenants. That's still not enough, is it?
There's still a lot. Take care.
Well, let me speak with you a bit.
But what about the deb?
You still have them?
No, you said to keep them. What do I do with them?
Oh, but
What on earth for?
the bones of a revenant. Those can be valuable goods. What do you say?
All right.
Splendid.
Are we agreed?
That's still too much. Revenant bones. See you later.
At least we got some nice money from this. What the fuck? What now? I don't know what the fuck to do. Chicken Sean. This quest is really complicated a little bit. But we'll find it. Replace the eggs and... Okay, we need some charcoal. Find out what kind of a meat the butcher has stored. Butcher.
Good day to you.
Beef, chicken and all that. I don't see much else.
Chickens. That should be no problem.
So I need to get some chicken then. And sell our old... What did I... Yeah, I'm trying to sell some bread, which is kind of dead already. Horse meat should be good too. This and that should be good. that. I'll keep that. There we go. Right, replace 4 chicken, you'll need 4. Yeah, they're not exactly dead yet.
No good. It has to be the same kind of meat.
Yeah, exactly. I need some dead meat actually as well. Anyway, let's call it a day over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new and you wish to support it. Do you want to recommend something you're getting together that's possible as well? Just write down in the comments box below or join my Discord server so we can have a chit chat about it. Till then, I shall see you guys in my next video.